Welcome, everyone. Welcome. As I take a minute, I take a break from these jalapeno peppers to bring you the show today. How are you on this Tuesday, the 17th day of May, 2022? Well, I'm good. I'm good. Things have cooled off in my particular region, and so I can enjoy some hot jalapeno now. Now, a few days ago, we were so hot here, temperature wise, and with the humidity, I wouldn't dare have them. But we'll talk more about these jalapenos a little later in the show. So happy to be with you again on this Tuesday, the 17th day of 2022, bringing you another edition of Marilyn's Cafe Society Radio on YouTube. Hey, listen, did you know that this week is National Bike to Work Week? And Friday, May 20th, is actually Bike to Work Day. So the meaning of it all is, out of all the days of the year, you can ride your bike to work this week, and specifically or particularly on Friday. Now, I do want to issue this warning, particularly if a lot of time has passed since the last time you've been on a bicycle. I would take my cell phone with me, and based on how far your job is from your home, you probably might need that cell phone to call someone for help because you may not make it, particularly if there's hills and inclines and all of that you have to try to, pedal your way through. So I'm just saying, or just have someone follow you. And when you get tired, pack the car up in the bike up in the trunk and just get dropped off. But at least you made the effort. All right. Well, we're still on that birthday countdown. That's right. Someone's having a birthday in just 13 days now. And so I don't have any grand plans, but I am going to do some things, and I'll share with you. I won't divulge that much information, but I'll share a little bit. All right. And so, yeah, you've noticed that we're not on camera, but I did update the picture. I have a new picture posted for you. So, that's where we are. Next week, there may be a special guest joining me. I'm just waiting for confirmation. So we'll definitely be back on camera next week. So just mark your calendars so that you'll be, able to check out the show. Okay. All right. So you ready for the update? Yeah, that coronavirus update. Now, again, my data comes from the Johns Hopkins University. And they are reporting as of around 11 a.m. on this morning, Central Time, that there's now 524.2 million worldwide COVID-19 cases. And of course, the number of global deaths are slowly approaching 6.3 million. There are 82.6 million COVID cases here in the United States. And listen to this, according to Johns Hopkins, 999,896 deaths. I know. Before we go there, let me just say that's about 1,800 more lives lost since our report last week. Now let's go there, because I know, like me, most of you have heard most media outlets in the last couple of days report on the fact that the United States has surpassed 1 million COVID-19 deaths. But that's not what Johns Hopkins COVID data on their website reported. Totally different information. In fact, I even went to the CDC, which was the source that a lot of these media outlets used for that report on us surpassing 1 million deaths. And their website had not been updated to reflect that number either. So I'm sure they wouldn't be putting it out there if it's not true, right? All right. So maybe, later on they'll get it updated. But, as they were speculating or reporting, during those reports. They believe that number is much higher because of other um, things that have happened. And so it could very well be more than 1 million deaths. But and the same thing with the number of cases. We know that there's always um, a, a little cushion for error in the reports. So anyway, don't freak out too much. But yeah, that's the data that I picked up this morning from John Hopkins, and so we'll just hold tight and see. But regardless of whatever the number is, this is a reminder that despite the dropped mask mandates, everyone, the virus is still out there and it is still a threat. In fact, this new Omicron subvariants are reportedly are the cause of another spike in reported cases and hospitalizations. Here in the United States, cases have jumped, they're saying 60% over the past 2 weeks, and an average of 90,000 new cases every day. In fact, New York City is set to raise its COVID alert level to high in the next few days. They just recently on May 2nd raised it to medium. So, and that's again because of the hospitalization rates. And, so far, they have issued a mask advisory urging residents to use face coverings even indoors. So we'll see how things go. Now, some experts are even predicting that more U.S. cities could follow New York City's lead in that regard. Also, I just read that the United States government has doubled the number of COVID-19 test kits people can order for their household. Now, they previously had limited households to one order of 4 at-home rapid test kits, but now the number is 8 kits. And so the kits will be mailed to you separately in groups of 4. So you'll get one package with 4, and then later on you'll get a second package with 4 more. The shipping is free, and this is all according to the United States Postal Office. In fact, if you go to www.special.usps.com/test kits, you should be able to order your free kits just like that. All right. I'll put that in the notes under the video on YouTube as well. All right. So having said all of that and sharing that information, I just encourage you all to continue to stay safe and protected. Do what you feel like you need to do to protect yourself and others. All right, in other business and government news, the Associated Press provided an update on that sad, tragic shooting that occurred over the weekend. That 18-year-old who shot 13 people, killing 10 of them this past Saturday in Buffalo, New York. Of the 13 that were shot, 11 of them were Blacks or African Americans. And so according to Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia, he said that they discovered evidence, which was a 180-page document, which pretty much confirmed that the killer had planned to do what he did and then to keep killing if he had escaped, and got away with that first massacre that he did. Now, the report went on to say that his motivation came from a decade-old conspiracy thought that's called replacement theory, which is a claim that white Americans are at risk of being replaced by people of color, thus losing their political and economic power. And so there he traveled 200 miles and just changed the lives of so many people forever. Saturday's racist mass shooting in Buffalo, New York was the deadliest in a wave of weekend shootings, everyone. One happened in California at a church and another at a Texas flea market. And so, these devastating acts of violence is yet another example of the level of hate that some people in this country have for black and brown people, as well as for those who just have different religious or political views. And so, changing and or legislating laws is a good positive thing to do, because it can certainly force behaviors to change, or force people to do what the law says. But information, education, and more, and most importantly, prayer will change a person's heart. So let's send those prayers up to all who were affected by the shootings that happened this past weekend, and of course, to all of those individuals who have been misled, misguided, misinformed, and pray that their hardened hearts are softened, and that they have a Damascus Road experience and change their ways. All right. Well, shifting gears, do you have milk? Got milk? Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, according to recent reports, that's a question that some babies, if they could talk, may be asking their mommies. I don't mean to make light of this story, but in fact, here's some good news. The largest baby formula manufacturer, that's Abbott Lab, here in the United States, has announced yesterday that they reached an agreement with the FDA to resume production at their Michigan plant that was shut down because of what do they call it? The infected baby formula. And so now, with this agreement, within 2 weeks, they should be able to move forward and continue their production of baby formula. They're thinking that, the stocks should be, the shelves should be restocked within 6 to 8 weeks. So, that's progress, right? That's progress. There's been a disastrous shortage that has left 40% of all baby formula here in the United States out of stock for 2 weeks. So that's just one of the issues that we're dealing with. The other one, of course, is the supply chain holdup. So we'll prayerfully hope that they continue to fix that problem as well, because these babies need their milk. And maybe this is just, a little nudge to the mothers who could breastfeed, but just choose not to, that maybe you need to go ahead and make that decision to breastfeed your child. That way, this won't be an issue, at least for you. But, we do want to get those baby formula manufacturers back in business and get that supply, those shelves filled with what the babies need, right? All right. And another story, just real briefly, I thought this was awesome. Walmart has unveiled a program that aims to fast track recent college grads to store manager positions, paying approximately $210,000 a year. Amazing. But think about that. Think about the level of work that entails. So I'm sure that they will be working for that $210,000 per year salary. So kudos to Walmart for doing that. Also, another good one, Goldman Sachs is giving senior staff an unlimited number of vacation days, and all of their employees will be required, that's right, required, to take 3 weeks off per year beginning in 2023. Yeah, probably well deserved too, right? Because I've heard and I've seen how people are just working extra hard these days, and some are working even that much more smarter. So well deserved, well deserved. And preferably other corporations will follow suit and do the same, because what's the average? The average vacation is what, 2 weeks for not for upper management, but just for the workers. I believe it's on average, depending on the business and size of the business and so forth, it could be 1 week per year or 2 weeks per year is average. So this is amazing. 3 weeks. Uh, yeah, very good. All right. And let's take a look at the stock market. I read a report that stocks fell yesterday, and they're saying it was mostly due to the increasing recession fear. And here's where things stood as of about 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Today, the Dow was up 1.34% to 32,640 points. The S&P 500 was also up 1.95% to 4,086 points, and the NASDAQ was up 2.53% to 12,555 points. Gold, however, dipped a bit, $7.63 to $1,816.50 per ounce. Oil dropped as well, $1.53 per barrel to $112.40 per barrel. And so that's our stock market report. And again, remember, there's some fluctuations that happen, and by the end of the evening, those numbers will certainly be different. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some other news. And did you catch the Billboard Music Awards this past Sunday? I did. I caught, I worked, so I missed, I don't know, maybe the first 30 minutes. I don't know. But anyway, they did a good job, the Billboard Music Awards, along with its executive producer and host, Sean Diddy Combs. Not only did they showcase music's best, like, for example, bestowing the 2022 Icon Award to Mary J. Blige, but also they recognized and honored those fearless individuals who work for racial and social justice. Yes, they did. Tamika Mallory received her flowers. She's from Until Justice. Everybody knows who she is now. And of course, Maury Copany, also known as Little Miss Flint, was also honored and recognized during the award show on Sunday. And speaking of taking action, everybody, listen, please support Dream Corps Justice as they do the hard work to pass the Equal Act. Yeah, for more information, you can go to the dreamcorps.org for more information. That's www.thedreamcorps.org for more information on the Equal Act and how you can sign the petition and help them make that happen. All right, another story here I want to share. Of course, those who are sports fans and specifically love basketball, the NBA playoffs are in gear. In fact, we have our Eastern Conference teams. The Boston Celtics will take on Miami Heat for that title. And in the West, the Dallas Mavericks will take on the Golden State Warriors. And speaking of Golden State Warriors, their very own Stephen Curry graduated from Davidson College just 13 years after leaving to enter the NBA. Talk about staying with it. Yeah, congratulations to him. Yeah, it took 13 years, but he did it, and he was busy, right? Winning those championships. So again, kudos and congrats to him on staying with it and finishing it up. All right, I think that's it, everybody. I do have one last thing. All right, so back to those jalapeno peppers. If you were like me and recently enjoyed your favorite Mexican dishes for Cinco de Mayo, and even just because it's Tuesday, then you probably enjoyed jalapeno peppers. And so I pulled up some interesting facts, just a couple, about this delicious hot pepper. Now, jalapenos are named for the city of Jalapa, which is the capital of a Mexican state of Veracruz. And Jalapa was founded, it's a town, it was founded in the year of 1313. Now, jalapenos are milder than some of other more popular peppers, In fact, when compared with the habanero peppers, the jalapenos are very less spicy. In fact, I believe that the report said 35 times less spicy. And this is all based on that Scoville scale that they use to measure spiciness or the hotness. Now, more on the Scoville scale, it was created in 1912 by a United States pharmacist by the name of Wilbur Scoville. And he created the scale to measure the pepper spiciness. And then one last interesting fact about the jalapeno peppers. NASA successfully grew the first jalapeno pepper in space on the ISS just last year. Yeah, in the year 2021. So just some interesting facts I wanted to share with you on that. All right, are you ready to review our word for the month of May? Yeah, we're doing a repeat. We're repeating a class, so to speak, or grade from last year, just reviewing all of those words that we learned last year, just to kind of just reinforce the learning, right? So irrefragable is the word, irrefragable, and it means not able to be refuted or disproved. Yeah, indisputable. So irrefragable, use it in your vocabulary and, maybe practice it. All right, so before we go, just another quick reminder that you can always promote your business, your service, your product, your brand, your event, your books, your records, whatever, with the show and the website. Just reach out to producer at marilynscafesociety.com with an inquiry, and we'll get all that important information to you. Also, remember to visit the website, marilynscafesociety.com. From there, you connect with me on my social media as well as, the blogs. Be sure to check out the blogs. And to all my YouTubers, thank you so much for checking out the show. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And remember the email club as well. Those Mondays with Marilyn emails that I send out. You can get one too. Just send your email to me at marilynscafesociety@yahoo.com. I don't know, in the subject line, just say sign me up or here's my email, whatever. And I'll definitely be reaching out to you, all right? All righty. Of course, the music in the background is from none other than Earth, Wind, and Fire, with some help from Ramsey Lewis, this classic sun goddess. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I do not own rights to any of this music, by the way, all right? All right, so let's tell you what love is. Before we get out of here today, love is spicy. Love is spicy. Okay, everybody. Remember, if you don't do anything else for the rest of this week, be sure that you live, you laugh, and you love. As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege to hang out. And I'll see you on the next show. Peace and stay safe.